Hi, pretty. I know, honey. Say good morning and happy Easter. Good morning, everybody. This is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue here in Tampa, Florida, and this is Jasmine Tiger. She's not originally what I was planning to start with, but she was right here front and center. Happy Easter, everybody. Thank you guys in advance for sharing this, tagging each other, alerting everybody that we're live. I know a lot of people are doing family things or probably not sitting in front of a computer or able to watch their phone, but everybody can rewatch this later. I pretty much have always done an Easter live of some sort because I'm pretty much always here on those holidays. Very pretty day here. Give you guys a little bit of time to share this. I was gonna walk up front and start in the front corner. And then it occurred to me when I got here today and I looked at the calendar, today is a fasting day because the next 3 days is part of the quarterly panicure. So I just saw my BCR BFF Sarah D, and she let me know that Priya has a lot to say about not getting breakfast this morning. So we're gonna go up there, check on old Priya. I guess also the big project for today is Priya's enclosure. So that means she's up front in her roof section, and I'm sure she doesn't love that either, but gotta make it pretty for her. So I figured I'd start this up a little early before we got to her so you guys had time to share it. And I can show you some picturesque views along the way. Thank you very much. Yep, apparently it is volunteer week as well. So that kicks off, I believe, today. You guys can actually donate specifically towards the volunteers and volunteer appreciation through our website. If Deb or anybody can post the link. I think it's a salsa link to volunteer appreciation. Also, look how pretty the jasmine is. Not the tiger we just saw, which of course is gorgeous as well, but this vine growing on the fence smells amazing. And there's the Miss Duchess. Oh, they must be working in your enclosure today too. Both girls have red poles in their doors, meaning they are meant to stay where they are shifted currently. Right? We have lots of keepers here today, and with it being a fasting day, that means everybody skipped over feeding because that's the point of fasting. Yes, we have to fast because panicure is very icky and the cats don't like it. But panicure is so important to their health that we have to make sure that they're going to take the full dose over the course of the 3 days. Are you gonna stay right there? Okay, let's go try to find Priya and then I'll be back. Considering Priya is where I wanted to start from the beginning, and we've already seen 2 other cats. I will go back to Duchess though. See where this girl's at. Oh, did she give up? Hi, Miss Priya. You're not out here yelling at anybody anymore? Oh, hi! Hey, lady! Hi, happy Easter! She's like, oh God, what's that? Somebody peeking through my window. Do you want to come out and say hi? Like, I don't think so. I don't think so. Technically last week was supposed to be panicure and something happened. I don't know if the cats got fed or diets got pulled incorrectly or we didn't have enough of the medication. Something something caused it to have a week delay, and unfortunately it fell on Easter, so I'm really glad I wasn't trying to do like a feeding tour or anything like that, because yeah, I can't do it. Hi, pretty. This is Priya Tiger. I heard you had so much to say. Did you just tire yourself out? There's that girl. There's that girl. Happy Easter. We'll go check all her doors now, just to make sure that no one's out feeding. Her neighbor's not getting anything she's not getting. So there's that red safety pole again. My guess is they're doing projects for Priya and Duchess because they have some of the largest enclosures here, and we have the most volunteers today. Yeah, so let's get some stuff done, right? Before everybody goes and enjoys their Easter festivities. Yeah, you could push that ball out of the way. Hi, pretty. You're so pretty. Look at you and all your purple pretty flowers. All your purple pretty flowers. I don't have a whole lot of updates from what I filled you guys in on last Wednesday and Thursday. It was after 5 o'clock when they moved Nabisco and Flint to Funcation, and this is her update. She's like, you guys won't even believe it. It's a fasting day. And Max Tiger did make it out to vacation rotation. You are so goofy. So goofy. Priya has all the updates. What are you telling them? Telling them how mean we are. Oh, we're so mean. The next 3 days is the only days that you'll see any type of aggression from Priya, because she will chase the keepers in the morning and then roar at them when she reaches the end of the cage, and it's only ever on the fasting weeks. Hi, Rebecca. Yeah, the drama is strong with this one. The drama is strong with this one. I love her little purple flowers. They're just growing on these pretty little grasses. And they're all over. It won't let me focus on it. Thank you again to everybody who's sharing this, everybody who tagged their friends and family. You know, it's a holiday where most people are out doing things with their churches and with their families, but I thank you very much for hanging out with me for a little bit. But you can always rewatch this daily, bigcat.com, or over on Big Cat Rescue's Twitter page. Is that what that flower is called? Spiderwort? Interesting. And a big thank you to everybody who's been sponsoring Coda and Orpheus. They both have new sponsorship kits at bigcatrescue.biz, along with everybody who's re-sponsoring their cats from last year, adding in some new ones. We really, really appreciate that. He said Nabisco went looking straight for Cyrus. I bet. They became buddies last time, so we'll definitely check in with them this week. I think today I was going to try to stay up in this front corner and show off some of the Bobcats that we just haven't really seen much of in the last week or so. Angel, I don't have any kind of update on Tut, which is what I was just referring to. Like, everything I updated on all the rehabs, Tut, Loki, pretty much anybody who, Hutch, all the medical type things, I've not heard any updates, period. So no news is good news. Tut is still in the recovery hospital. He's on a whole new set of meds for his hyperthyroid. We've taken him off of pretty much all the other meds he used to be on, wondering if that's what was like kind of causing him to decline and quit eating. He's been eating really well. I don't think he's going in the kitten cabana, so I think he's gonna go back outside. I think we all just agreed he's absolutely going to be happiest outside. He, you know, he doesn't want to live inside, and the only reason we'd have to do that is if he stops eating regularly, but he's been eating really well. He likes to actually eat off the stick, which I actually knew a long time ago he kind of enjoyed that because he always did that for Catherine, so it sounds like that's how it's going in there. So no news is good news, I guess, at this point. And everybody asking how long they fast. We only fast them today, so Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday they get like a partial diet, because again we have to make sure the medicine gets in them and that they stay hungry all 3 days, because you've got to get the full dose in them. And if we give them a full diet tomorrow with their Panicure, I can bet you $1 million that over half of the cats will refuse to eat the next day. So we have to do it very carefully. So small portion controlled diets for the next 3 days, and then everything goes back to normal on Thursday. And then they won't have to do that again for another 3 months, because that is a quarterly medication that we do here. They get ivermectin every single month. They get Panicure quarterly, and they get flea medication quarterly, and we do fast for that as well, but that's only a 1-day treatment. Panicure is the big one, the 3 days in a row. And yeah, basically Wednesday afternoons after Panicure, all we do is go around and hand out treats. So all right, lady, thanks for hanging with us for so long. I honestly thought she'd throw a fit when she realized I didn't have food and would go right back in the den. So that was a nice little hang. All right, lady, thank you. All right, let's pop back over here to Duchess. I did mention this last week, and I want to try to keep up with mentioning it as often as possible. Oh, where did she go? Did we lose her to her den too? Oh, there she is. Hi, honeys. Is BCR Give Day. It's going to be the 1st May Tuesday. Yeah. Hi, honeys. And we'll do all kinds of lives across our social media, and it's one of 2 of the biggest fundraising days of the whole year for the cats. So we're getting all that set up. We'll have a fundraiser on Facebook. You'll be able to donate on Facebook Lives. You'll also be able to go to our website, and we'll tell you all the details once we get it all written up, and we've got the pages live on our website. I just want to keep mentioning the date so that people will add it to their calendar, right? Add it to that calendar so they'll hang out with us all day. Our enrichment committee has thankfully started on some cute enrichment that we'll be able to hand out that day. And there's a whole theme that they came up with for that, so I'm excited to see what they come up with. So it's the 1st Tuesday in May is BCR Give Day. It used to be Give Day Tampa Bay, and for some reason they stopped doing that, and we were like, oh, it was such a huge fundraising day for us for the whole year. So we have kept that going over the last couple of years. No, sadly I don't have any Easter enrichment today. With them fasting, we're not doing like a lot of the treats or the feeding tour or anything like that that I've done in the past. And Afton had the committee create some Easter items, but then she handed them all out on a Friday when I was not here. So I assume that maybe her and Lauren both got video footage. So I would expect that there would be some kind of Easter video coming out soon. Maybe even today, but today or early next week, hopefully. Oh my goodness. We're being very dramatic. Everybody's being so dramatic. I don't blame them. I don't blame ya. Yeah, I think last year we did either a feeding tour or a keeper tour, maybe with Bridget, and you guys, we brought in thousands of dollars today in donations. So I was a little bummed that we couldn't get anything pulled together for this year, but I still wanted to make sure you guys got some kind of walkabout today. So pretty. Now I see why you're locked in there. Uh-huh. I get it. I get it, lady. There is a tree branch that came down that's right there. You see all those leaves on the ground sticking up. Definitely fell out of her tree, and so they're gonna have to go in and retrieve that. So pretty. Val, I do not hear from her. I actually didn't even know she was leaving, so I hope they're doing well. Thank you, Chris, for letting me know we've raised $50 today. If you guys are interested in sponsoring any of the cats here, there's many different levels. You can go from $25 all the way up to $5,000, and I was so excited because I think it was last Wednesday or Thursday I saw that somebody sponsored my Cyrus for $1,000, and I was like, yay! So that's really awesome. But you guys can sponsor them all at lower levels, sponsor a couple at higher levels, and then when you do, you get a breakdown of just how far your money stretches when you sponsor a cat like that. So we're a nonprofit that's still not open to the general public, so every penny really, really matters. You're so pretty. The lighting on her right now is just so pretty. All that green grass. So I am gonna do something today because it's a holiday, and I try to do it periodically throughout the year because I get so many requests for people to see our memorial wall. It used to be something that you could go see when you would come here on a tour. And so I will be able to remember that the last time I showed it was Easter Sunday. So we're gonna go over, and that way you guys can see any of the new plaques that have been put up since maybe the last time you had been able to visit or the last time I showed it. We always ended our tours over here, and we would explain why we're trying to pass the Big Cat Public Safety Act and ask people to help us. You know, tigers do not deserve to have to live in something like what you see right in front of you, a transport cage, and that's what most of the cats in captivity have had to suffer through. So our goal was to put an end to this issue so that we'd be able to stop putting these cats on the wall after they pass. So I'm gonna just slowly pan around. this is just one corner. Sorry, the reflection's gonna make it tough to see a few of these because of the time of the day. You're also going to see Joseph repeated because so many people loved him. There were multiple memorials. guys, last section. Of course, we're going into the sun now, so. Make it so you guys can read it. Trying to contort my body so you guys can read in the reflection. Wrong time of day for this side. I can tell you that Amanda's plaque is not up here yet because it has been way too difficult for her keepers to write something just yet, so we haven't pushed it. We do want to get her up here sooner than later, but alright, you guys, that is, there's one more I can show you. This was done special. One, we decided not to do things like this moving forward just because we want them all in one place, but we have Mickey's sign and tree over here as well. So, and if anybody's not up there, they may be located somewhere else. A lot of the much past cats, much older cats might be elsewhere. Sometimes we have to replace the tiles as well. They are outdoor here in Florida, so. All right. I think what's so crazy about looking at that is just how many. So many cats born into captivity. And they had to live their whole life in a cage, and thank God they got to a place like this. But I think what gets me is the cats that never made it to a reputable sanctuary. It's pretty rough. So please, if you feel like making the call of the wild today, go to bigcatact.com and please do that. If not, you could wait till tomorrow, but hopefully, with how long it took me to show you every single plaque, it's a pretty big issue that we still need to resolve. And we've got to make changes. We have to be the voice for those cats. All right, so let's look at some really cute bobcats to make everybody feel better. Hi, Mr. Shiloh. Hey, bud. Where are you going? This is where I become the bad guy because they want me to give them the food, and I just have a camera. Just a camera. Hi, cute boy. Oh. See where he's gonna run off to. Yeah, I hate going over there, but I like to do it because it does really pull into perspective, you know, just how difficult this rescue world really can be. A lot of times you're saying hello and goodbye constantly, because by the time a cat gets rescued and taken to a reputable place, the damage is done. What are you eating? Chewing on that plant? I'll make my own breakfast. I'm gonna make my own breakfast. You are so goofy. Why are you eating that leaf? Yeah, I agree. A lot of times I do think that we're just here to show them love before they leave. You are so goofy. Exactly, he is trying to guilt me. He's like, oh, poor me. Don't you see that I have to eat leaves? It's because they want to eat all this random junk in their enclosures all the time that it's so important that we have to do Panicure and ivermectin and flea and tick meds and all those things. All right, Goofy. I'll move on. I'll move on. I just don't want to encourage him to keep eating all that stuff off the ground. Let's go see a mouser. And then a Frankie. I doubt we'll see a Filmo, but maybe, since he might think I brought breakfast. And that's no way to make friends with him, though. Okay. Nope, I don't see him. I'm coming, sir. Hi, cutie. I will tell you what, and this is, so I know people will probably be bummed that Tut probably isn't going in the cabana. And I know everybody loved having Mouser and Loki in there, right? But Mouser, if you guys recall, every time you'd see me go in, and thanks for that. Every time you'd see me go in and try to do his evening med and feed him, and he would just ignore everything we brought him and definitely wasn't consistently eating. And then we bring him back out here, and now every single Monday night I have the pleasure of him immediately eating the piece that I put the med in, and then he eats his whole diet. I have to sit with him, sure, but like, he's just doing really well out here. He sees people all day long, instead of the couple of times a day that one of the staff members could run in there. So we just didn't want to do that with Tut because, again, you know, he's gonna see so many more people out here, right? Mouse, mouse. Mouser's a Savannah cat. He's a hybrid. Yeah, you were man-made. Man-made. My goodness. Got such pretty coloration. Such pretty coloration. Thank you again very much for the donations. Hopefully I didn't bum you all out too much, but like I said, I think it's important to check in occasionally, have some major perspective on why we're doing what we're doing and why we're fighting so hard. You know, we're not really fighting with other sanctuaries to bring in rescues because we're fighting to try to change the laws and fix some bigger issues. So, you know, people are always asking, like, why aren't you rescuing? I mean, we just obviously helped law enforcement confiscate CODA, and of course we're still doing our rehab and release program. But our goal, Carol has been laser focused, and Howard too, on passing the bill. And you know, sometimes it can feel like, oh, you know, it would be awesome to bring in a new face because of all the sadness of all the ones we lose over the years. But also when you go look at our memorial wall, you're like, dang, we just need to end the problem to begin with. It's just really heart-wrenching. I see a Frankie next door. Let's go see the Franksters. Nothing cheers you up more like a bobcat tail. Bobcat tail. Hi, cute boy. Ow. Ow, ow. Hi, Franksters. Hi, cutie. I know, it's just camera. Bobcat tail. Bobcat tail. Are you purring? I hear you purring. Hear you purring. Look at that tail. Look at that Frankie butt. Look at that Frankie butt. Rah, rah, rah. I know, buddies. Good news is on a fasting day like today, they will still get enrichment, sickles, things like that. So just no operant. I know, I bet Mouser got food though. Typically the hybrids or any of the cats that are over 20, we usually don't fast. At least not completely. They might get lesser than normal, but we typically don't do that. And anybody who gets supplements and things like that, supplements and meds, all those cats still get that. Is there a Gilligan home? You guys might have noticed also, I guess there was a rehab update, that Orpheus changed rooms. Maybe you guys saw that. I don't remember seeing a public update about it, but he's still on a camera that I believe the public can see. But they moved him from the kitten room to the big kid room, which is the cage that Val was in. And now he has access to an outdoor patio, just like the kitten room does. So last year for Giving Tuesday, we included building an outdoor space for Autumn. Trying to find this Lynx. Probably walked right by him. He looks like a rock. And so this year we built another one right next door. Oh, he must be in his den. No Billy today. Unless he's in the ferns. We'll check again. He's really good at hiding. So that's exciting. So Orpheus has access to an outdoor front porch like patio during the day. Nope, not in any of his usual hiding spots. He must be in the den. Yep, okay. And there's one more bobcat butt right next door that we can go see. We'll save the best for last today. If you guys missed any of this, we actually started out with Jasmine technically for a split second. And then while I walked up front, you guys all shared this. There she is! Hi, Puddin! Hi, my Puddins! This is the small girl. This is the small girl. Hi, Anise. You're making silly noises. You're making silly noises. So we did see Priya and Duchess, and then we hung out with the memorial wall. Seen a couple of bobcats. Happy Easter, lady. Pretty girl. You make everybody feel better, don't ya? She's looking to catch her own breakfast today. What do you guys think? I think somebody might end up with something wild caught by morning. That does tend to happen a little bit more on fasting days. Usually with the small cats. The big cats, it's like, it's not worth the effort. Not worth the effort that it takes to catch something. Thank you so much for all the donations today. I definitely think that's more that we've made in one feed in a while. We usually get around 100, so we surpassed that today. Yeah, that's somebody's breakfast tomorrow. That's somebody's breakfast tomorrow. Ooh. Yeah, she's way more talkative on days that we have to fast. Way more chatty. Way more chatty. So again, you guys can watch Flint and Nabisco on Funcation, Max Tiger in Big Vacation, Orpheus just moved to a new room with some outdoor space. All of those cameras, plus all of the new Verkada cameras that are officially rolling. Coda Lioness. We have so many cameras. You guys can watch the cats live anytime, 24/7 at bigcatcams.com. And again, please, either today or start your week off by making the call to the wild to help us pass the Big Cat Public Safety Act. You can do that at bigcatact.com. All right, sweet pea. We're gonna get going. We're gonna get going. I hope that you guys all have a beautiful rest of your Easter. Whatever it is you guys are doing today with friends and family, or your church, or your animals, however you are gonna spend the rest of your day. I hope it's really beautiful and that it starts a great week for you. Weather permitting, I should have a pretty typical week as far as lives and volunteer days and all of those things. So thank you guys very, very much for hanging out with me this morning. Have a happy, safe Easter, and I will see you guys soon.